What? Nope, nope, that's not. No, you got deceived, dude. That's probably the kid, the pink hair girl. Yep. Yep. Hello, comrades. So welcome back. This is detectfanive, and today we are going to be watching Frieren, Season 2, Episode 8, A Magnificent End. But before we do, let's talk about the previous episode 7, The Divine Revolt. From that episode, Ginu is waiting for the chivalric order to retrieve the dead bodies from his hometown. That way, they could bury them in a safer area, because if they bury them in his hometown, well, those monsters and demons will eat their bones. So, yeah, they're not going to be resting in peace over there. So, Ginu is waiting over there, along with Stark, because Stark wants to make sure that he's fine. And he knows that Frieren and the others will be fine if they split into teams. Revolt is very intelligent because he knew that those teams would split up into teams, because humans have emotions that he will never understand, nor would his minions. But he also mentioned that there is a demon that is very curious about humans, just as this little minion here, who's also very curious about why humans are like this, because their emotions seem so irrational and illogical. And even though they don't understand the emotion side of it, Revolt had made one error, two errors, maybe. He has detected that there are three mages and one warrior. The only problem is there's 4 mages, so he probably didn't detect Frieren's mana, so that was the one thing he messed up. He also probably didn't detect Fern's mana that's more than what she has now, because she's trained under Frieren, so she probably suppressed her mana as well. So in a way, these demons are probably all screwed at the moment. I am concerned about Stark fighting against with Revolt, because it's safe that Revolt has defeated a warrior from the Norm territory, which Frieren has mentioned that this soldier seemed to be a lot stronger than Stark. But it's fine because Ginu is there, and I don't know what his ability is, but he has used the ability known as the Gart Knot, a spell that manipulates the wings that demons have used for 40 years ago, because they are known to rule the skies, which isn't really ability. It's just part of what the demons have. So, and it's really interesting because Revolt casts one ability, which is his swords, which he can make as light as a feather, but also can make the strike seem like a boulder. And I cannot wait to see the outcome for this episode, to see if Stark is strong and if Fern can do more than using her shield, because we've seen that she has been struggling by struggling with defeating demons, because she's always defending herself, as she also has close range attack. But at the moment, they haven't been working for her as of lately. So let's get into the episodes so that we could see the outcome. A magnificent Whoa, we're starting like this. This is awesome. Oh my goodness. So many things happening.
まるで血人がいるかのような所作。手数も当然ながら、反射速度も体力も人間とは桁違いだ。このまま持久戦に持ち込まれたら確実に負けるな。 一度引いて体勢
Nope, nope, nope. I mean, yes, yes, yes.
相手の方が
Regroup,
早い
regroup.
追撃されて終わる。
まずいな。フリーレンの言った通りだ。剣筋がまるで読めない。
Start!
かが
Nope, nope. Wait, whoa, what is that?
丈夫なやつめ。シュタルク、お前は優秀な戦士だ。おかげでほんのわずかな隙ができた。
Stark has been
終わりだ。
thinking of strategies.
今と似たような状況だった。お前は他の魔族の討伐に向かい、片割れは村を護衛した。お前が村に戻ってきた頃には何もかも手遅れだったな。
黙れ。
Yeah, dude.
あの戦いでは実に面白い教訓が得られた。
Oh, see, he's
もういい。
getting to his
黙らせ
emotions.
るだけだ。
Okay, so
Dude.
Ginu doesn't want to show any sign of
Simon,
weakness, but
生存者の確認はもっとしっか
getting
りやった
kinda
方が
harder.
いい。
子供
what? Nope, nope. That's not. No,
悪あ
you
が
got you got deceived, dude. That's probably the kid, the pink hair girl. Yep. Yep. Dead.
ご苦労、大義だった。
あいつが一瞬頭をよぎった。こんなところに子供なんているはずないのにな。
やはり私の読みは正しかった。人には子供をかばう習性がある。
So young.
習性か。人にそんな習性があったら世界はもっと平和になっているだろうさ。私の知る限り見ず知らずのガキをかばって死んだバカは一人だけだ。
この子は少し優しすぎたのかもしれんな。いつの時代もそうだ。優しい魔法使いは長生きできん。
立派な最後でした。
ゲナ、お前は嫌なやつだ。優しさのかけらもない。ずっとそのままでいる。
仰せのままに。
Sari was
今楽にしてやる。
knew that
や
Ginu
っ
was
ぱり
kind.
柄でもないことを
in
す
his
る
own
も
way.
のじゃないな。
驚いた。
Damn.
私の剣を正面から受け止められる戦士がまさかこの世に存在したとは。
戦いってのは最後まで立っていた奴が勝つんだぜ。
お前いいやつだと思っていたが、ただのバカだな。
He's no idiot.
だがその考えは悪く。その死地に私も付き合おう。シュタルク。戦いは追い詰められるほど、生き残った時の感動は大きいぞ。
Ooh.
そりゃ楽しみだな。震えが止まらないぜ。
Oh, Stark's so amazing. I love that character. You could do it. You could do it. Just think of a strategy. Stark did it. You could do it
何
too.
かいなくなっているし、たまには高みの見物っていうのも悪くはないかな。
What the freak? Are you just watching your student? I mean, they can't detect her mana, so.
魔力を消して潜伏しても無駄だぞ。
Frieren.
この霧は俺が魔法で作り上げたもの。わずかな魔力にも反応して対象を捕捉する。この世に魔力を完全に消せる生物はいないからな。
Well, that's a lie. Yeah, you guys couldn't detect Frieren.
視界も悪い上に攻撃も防がれてしまう。相性が悪い。フェルンさんも苦
Did
戦
she
して
cut
いるよう
her
です
hair?
ね。メドロジュバルト。
Well, you're kind of screwed, dude. Kind of cut her hair.
何をよそ見している。お前の相手は
You
私
lost,
だ。
demon.
分かっています。フェルンさんと協力して打ち崩すのが最適解だと思いますが、この
Oh.
霧にはおそらく強力な魔力探知効果もあります。このままだと潜伏というフェルンさんの強みが活かせない。なら
Holy
ば
Frieren is just
魔法
watching
の
the
霧が晴れれ
situation.
ば戦局が大きく動きますね。少し暴れますか。
What does that even mean?
攻撃パターンが
That's
変わっ
her being losing up. Oh,
の戦い方。覚えがあるな。北部高原で魔族を飼っていた一族の戦い方に似ている。
ooh.
魔族を殺すために生涯を捧げるような、イかれた一族だ。これは面白い。いい勝負ができそうだ。いざ、尋常に。
Yeah.
達人のような動きから打って変わってまるで獰猛な肉食獣のような動きだ。このままだと本当に削り殺されるぞ。
Whoa! Start! Bro, where's his weapon? His weapon is like very strong because it hasn't been sliced. Oh my goodness, thank goodness. Thank you, Vtu. Damn. Oh, thank goodness. He has his weapon. Yes. Yes! Yes!
剣だ脆くなっている。壊せるぞ。さすがにもう剣の魔力を維持するだけの集中力は残っていなかったか。
あと3本
Like I said, his weapon is so strong. Stark is strong too.
なんだこの違和感は。何凄まじい猛攻だが、なぜか殺意が読み取れない。あら、やはり鋭いですね。ちょうど霧の解析が終わりました。戦いしか知らない者は、戦いのための魔法しか覚えられない。私以外の一族のものであれば、この状況は打開できなかったでしょう。魔法が楽しいものだと、彼らは知らないでしょうから。エリル・フラーテ。
あの小娘はどこに
When there's a full moon, you're screwed.
レモンの魔力が消えた。
You're screwed too. The full moon is Fern's ability. You guys are screwed. Not, you're done for.
攻撃。
Never get her close to the full moon, dude.
弾道予測を許さない探知範囲外からの超遠距離射撃。やるね、フェルン。さすがだ。二度とこんなきつい戦いはしたくないです。
Yep. Your weapons are useless now.
素手は武器にはなり得ない。人間の発想だ。そして武器を失えばもう戦えないと
Matori. Come back,
追い
please.
込みか。それは人も魔族も変わらないな。弦のしぶとさを知らない。
Matori! Get them!
俺にはあんたがいいやつに見えるよ。こんなになっちまった村をまだ守ろうとしている。俺にはできなかったことだ。
まだ俺を助けようとするんだな。お前はいいやつだよ。
目頭で死に損なったのか。
そのようですね。
Yeah, it's a good
もう
thing.
いい、動ける。シュタルクは
危ない状態でしたが、 一命を取り留めました。ゲナウさんよりも治療を優先させたので。ご不満ですか？
いや、あいつはよくやってくれたよ。
フリーレンさんたちはしばらく村に滞在してくれるそうですよ。
Oh, good. There's no demons around now. Oh, it's so beautiful.
腕立てしてる。もしかしてシュトルク様って化け物だったのでしょうか？
Yeah,
と
so
ころで
wait, you said you were
こ
gonna
のパ
be
ーティーっ
nicer
て僧侶
for...
がいないんですね。私この任務が終わったらしばらくフリーになるのですが、よかったら同行しましょうか。
Ooh, please.
それにこのパーティーの僧侶の席はまだ開けておきたいからね。
Aww.
い
Sigh.
つかまた会えるかもしれないから。
So sweet.
それにね、なんだかメトーデがいるとフェルンが不機嫌になる。
嫌われてしまいましたね。私フェルンさんのことも大好きですよ。怒っているのも可愛い。
ノルム騎士団が到着した。私たちも南部まで護衛に加わることになった。
わかりました。
ここでお前たちとはお別れだな。シュタルク、怪我の具合は？
バッチリ問題ないぜ。
お前
I
たち
think
に
he
は借り
should
が
be
できている。
fine.
ゲナウさん、お礼。
ありがとう。助かったよ。
こちらこそだよ。
Aww.
行くぞ。
はい。またどこかで。
Aww. I felt bad for Ginu because all his people.
なあ、断ってよかったのか？メトーデだよ。
このパーティーの
Well, yeah.
僧侶はザインでしょ。
そうじゃなくて、綺麗なお姉さんとした時ザインって言われるんじゃないか？
いいんじゃない？このパーティーにはもうお姉さんはいるでしょ。
Yeah, dude.
それもそうだな。
That was amazing. I was not expecting that. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. I don't know what else to say. It was beautiful. I love this episode. Stark and Ginu were up against Revolt, and it was going really fast. I had to like look back on it again because I wanted to see it like in slow motion and see it like for how it went. And I love the camera angles that it did as well, like very detailed in how they were fighting. And it almost felt like a video game. It was like it was like cool because like Ginu and Stark have to team up just to defeat this the demon Revolt. And it's like a boss level. So it was kind of cool seeing that. But Revolt is very powerful. I even saw how he was just fighting and he's using his hands and also his tail, which is it was impressive because he also could fight from like the behind him and in front of him. And he moves those swords. They kind of look like they're lightweight, but like when he attacks them, it also feels like he could slice them, but he could also like stab them pretty hardcore because he could make it pretty deep. And it was amazing. I understand why it was difficult for the soldier, especially with the soldier that was far stronger than Stark, because even Stark was having a struggle, but his determination, which was very impressive because usually he's scared, but in this situation he was very determined to defeat Revolt. And I love that because I feel like Stark is over time growing. And I was surprised throughout this whole episode because I was like, I know he's probably gonna get weak in the knee, but it's probably because he has been resting for a few weeks after they defeated Revolt. But the way Revolt was fighting, it seemed like he was even Gino said it, it's like fighting a lot of warriors at once, a lot of armies at once. And his reflexes and stamina that Gino has mentioned far exceeded human levels, which, in a way, I was like, man, I wish they had a character like that for them because he was not on the good side. I mean, he did kill most of the people in the village and the soldiers that were defending these people in the village. And then I also love we get to see Gino use his wings and he can use it as a weapon, but it's crazy how to see it because he actually can control flying, especially when he was going on the ground and his feet was like picking up the pace and then flying. I was like, okay, he has a lot of training with his wings because I feel like when you first have your wings, it would be hard to do all those like skills that Ginu has done, and it was very impressive. Even Stark had used this to advantage because he knew that Ginu would be would be able to attack Revolt by distracting him because Stark, when he got Sly, oh, well, crap. What is he going to do? And then I saw Stark smirking and I was like, bro, what did you have in mind? I thought he was going to attack the demon because the demon has found an opening and thought like, oh, this guy's weak. But no, really, he was just smirking because he knew that Ginu could see this being an opening where he attacked and sliced his tail, which very impressive. And that probably really annoyed Revolt. But who cares? You killed all of his people in his hometown. So, I don't blame him for wanting to defeat Revolt and making sure he doesn't do that crap. Revolt, he was kind of messed up because he knew that he was trying to get into Ginu's emotions. And like I said, I feel like Ginu is a good person and a kind person. The only problem is he tries to bury those emotions because he tries really hard to hide his weakness in that sense. And it showed a flashback of and then in Revolt, he said, did he make sure that there were nobody in his hometown, and he saw a kid and tried to protect the kid, but I feel like Ginu knew that kid was a demon, but his body just moved to protect the civilian that happened to be who I knew was the demon that stabbed Ginu. In a way, I feel like Ginu was feeling upset with her victory because it was just mocking his friend for what he did to protect the child in his past. And yeah, that demon, dead. And we don't even know her name. Don't even care. Because the focus is Revolt. And Revolt has told Ginu that he knew that he would protect that child because humans tend to protect the younger generation. But Ginu said if that were true, the world would be of a more peaceful place if that was the case. Because not everyone is like that. Because most people defend themselves, most people try to run away from their hometown, and most people would probably protect the young ones. The only problem is everyone has different ways of handling a situation when the situation arises into a chaos. Ginu had a flashback when his friend was in a coffin, and Sari was telling him that kind mages won't get that far, and she has experienced many of this situation. And it's, in a way, it's hard for her to see her mages die like this. And when Ginu said he met a magnificent end, Sari told him he's an unpleasant man and that he shouldn't change that and that he shouldn't be kind because it shows a sign of weakness, which is what I was trying to say throughout like the whole episode, like last episode and probably 2 episodes ago. Ginu doesn't show emotions, and Sari understands that Ginu is a good person. A lot of people have been saying he's a good person, and Sari is the only one who doesn't say that. But that's because she wants him to survive, and she knew at some point he will show some sort of weakness, which is why she probably said what she said, if like he's an unpleasant man and that he shouldn't show any sign of kindness, because in a way she wants to protect her student. She just doesn't know how to when they want to show a kind, when they want to express some sort of kindness towards others by protecting them from demons. And I kind of feel bad for Sari because even though she doesn't really know how to express it, she does care for her students. And so when they die, it's probably really hard for her because she wished that they wouldn't be so kind, because the demons aren't kind at all. And showing any sign of weakness is how the demons take advantage of Sari's student, and mostly for all humans. And this is one thing that Sari doesn't want from her students, is to show any sign of kindness, because that causes problems where they can die easily from a demon. And now I'm starting to understand that Sari, her way of using magic is to destroy all those demons, because I don't know, like, so I thought at first when we saw the first season she was seeking battle, but now I start to see that she probably just wants to get rid of all these demons, because they spread throughout northern Plateau and other areas of around the city. I don't even know what the area is. It's just I call it the Frieren world because I don't know what it's called, what the map is. All I know is it sucks, and I feel bad. And now that's why Sari is such an interesting character, because she's such a complex character, and I'm always interested in knowing what she will do next. But yeah, after the flashback ends, Ginu has admitted defeat, but Stark wasn't willing to do that, so he pushed Ginu out of the way to protect him and to defeat Revolt, because he didn't want to play dead. He wanted to fight and stand, because battles are won by whoever is standing at the end. And he wasn't going to let Revolt hurt any more people than he already has, because he destroyed the whole town. And he also killed everyone in that hometown, which is crazy. And it's not crazy, it's just sad and tragic. And the thing is, the more desperate the battle is, the more that they feel that they want to survive. I mean, Revolt made an assumption that if they're disarmed, that he could defeat both of them. But he doesn't know that both demons and humans make that assumption. But what Revolt doesn't understand about humans is that they can be tenacious. They can still keep going and be terrifying. Just as Frieren has mentioned in 2 episodes ago, where she mentioned that let's show these demons how terrifying humans can be. And she's right, because Stark and Ginu has shown how terrifying they can be despite being stabbed in their stomach, their diaphragm. Like, they could still go. And he was very upset, but you know what? I don't care, because Revolt is dead and good, because he has killed so many people in this village, which is really sad, because Ginu his hometown is destroyed, and the people that he knew when he was growing up are all dead. All of them. And his friend is also dead that he was partnered up with. Oh, Frieren. Yeah, she's just watching Methode and Fern taking action. I mean, they can't even detect her mana, and even the demons were dumb enough to say that there is no mage that can suppress their mana. all the way. But that's false because Frieren can. But she's also an elf, so it makes sense. And it's funny how she's just watching, just like us audience. And boy was oh my goodness. I love Frieren. But Fern, she is having a little bit of a tough time because she can attack. She can only block uh the she can only block the demon's attack at the moment because she is in such close range and she's not from far range. So she is having a little bit of a difficult time, whereas Methode is realizing that they should be working together, her and Fern. The only problem is they're so far apart. But that's when she decided to use her strategy by taking out the fog. Methode, she used her ability to distract this demon by fighting Methode off because she mentioned how her ability is similar to a clan that hunted demons and were insane because they would go killing demons around in Northern Plateau. The only problem is this demon did not really think about what Methode was really trying to do because sure, her clan has focus on using spell to defeat the demons, but the problem is they wouldn't out of the situation that now with Revolt and his minions, but because they're up against people who do enjoy magic, it's a problem because Methode has analyzed the fog and is able to clear it for Fern because this is when Fern realized that this is her advantage to take out the demons very quickly by going up to where the full moon is because that's where the source is, where the light is. Perfect attack, like to make a powerful attack to destroy by using Soul Track, and the moon is in a way her light source to find the demons and to destroy them very quickly. And she does. And it was a really good strategy with how Methode did that. But also, it's also because this demon has realized too late that Methode wasn't bloodlust. And that's unfortunate because if that demon had caught on to that, she would have realized that she was using her ability as a bait so that she can analyze the fog to clear it for Fern. And I love how it focused on all of them. Methode and Fern fighting the demons off together, and then Ginu and Stark fighting the Revolt, which is like the boss level basically, and defeating it. I love how like Frieren isn't the only person that can defeat these powerful demons, but that there are other characters that could defeat these demons. And I love that. And after all of that is cleared, they go back home and Frieren and the others go back, and Methode does tend to Stark's wounds first, and then goes on to take care of Ginu's wound. And Ginu, even though he tries to hide he doesn't try to show any sign of weakness. He does try to go and save Stark, just like he did with his friend, because he does have a kindness inside of him. And I love that he has that despite all the situation that they've been in. I also love that Stark was just doing push-ups like after a few weeks like it was nothing. And then Fern just says that he's a freak for that. Freak of nature. And Stark just said that was mean. It was mean. Fern said she would be nicer. She said that in the first episode. What the heck, girl? It's fine. And he's fine. I'm glad, because that was a nasty battle because because Stark and Ginu got hit in the diaphragm. But yeah, it was a good episode. I also love that Methode. I also love that Frieren had told Methode that they don't need her to join their party because they have a slot open for a priest that they want in particular. And when they had flashbacks of Sign, I thought that was so cute. And I love Sign. And we do need him back. So they have that slot open for one in particular. Plus, Frieren knows a bit of powers for a priest, so it's fine. But after they leave, Methode Methode does get Fern upset on purpose. She just likes things that are cute, or she loves people that are cute and loves to tease them or to find them adorable and pet their head. Pretty much how Methode is, but I also love that she's also powerful, but she also can be kind and be a reminder to Ginu that he should be thanking them as well, which he does, surprisingly. But yeah. Oh, and I also love that Stark had mentioned why Frieren had not let Methode join their party. And there was two reasons. One, Fern isn't happy when she's around Frieren, but also because that slot is open for Sign. And Stark knew this, but he said that Sign does like older women, so he knew that slot was open for Sign. He just thought that this would be good because it is an older woman in their party, and Frieren just says that it's fine. They already have an older woman. They do. It's Frieren, and she's amazing. And that's how it ended. I'm so sad. There's only 2 more episodes. What the heck? I want this. I want the next season, but I'll wait. I guess. I'm gonna be so sad. But I love this episode. This episode was amazing. I love the animation, the soundtrack, the fights, the camera angles. It was like everything was just amazing with this episode. So pretty good. And with that, I will see you lovely comrades for the next episode. So you lovely comrades, have a wonderful, beautiful, and an amazing day. I'm not kidding. Love you, comrades. Bye.